afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. But here's the exciting 1 vs. 1 on the road to Kharkov here between Dbmb fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich, for the 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division Götz von Berlin, going ahead versus Peter, I'll just call him Peter, fighting here for the United States of America, for freedom, liberty, and apple pie. Taking up the fight here for the 1st Armoured Division, about noting any immediate choice of encirclement doctrine. This should be interesting. Versus infantry, airborne, and armor company there. No rifle company, by the way. Infantry, mine builders there versus grenade, captain, and paratroopers. So a bit of a mix there, things. You've got pioneers rushing hit, grenadiers sort of. Also, we got the Americans sort of pushing pretty hard here for the right side. The re-echelons are moving ahead there with M1 carbines versus the Pionieren. And we got a very early sniper there for Dbmb, a very early sniper there after the Grenadiers. Pioneers getting his re-echelon force in the back. In this case, Peter here might have slightly overextended, of course, he might just be home to disrupt his opponent's initial moves, but at the same time, of course, he won't quite be getting as much fuel as he could have initially. Of course, on the other hand, with Dbmb going for that very early sniper, of course, there's a good chance of Peter gaining a lot more carry compared to his opponent, but of course, we'll have to see how that works out in the end. Reasons a bit of trouble, there's got more German troops streaming in. The 17th SS was a division, by the way, formed in, well, I think actually 1944. It was a division which never actually managed to get a lot of training before it was sort of thrown into combat during Normandy. It has most a few months, and some units had only a matter of weeks of training, and to sort of make it even more fun, most of the unit was composed of ethnic Germans from Hungary, meaning most of them didn't speak German. And that was one of the many things that would give this division problems. And it was certainly by late 1944, the German High Command was sort of wondering, was better not just, shipping off the equipment to divisions who could maybe do a bit better. We got Rifle moving in the 3rd squad there for Peter, 2nd squad they're running for Dbmb. It was also the only SS division to exclusively fight on the Western Front and never encounter the Russians there, so fun. Well, probably not until the Germans gave up and they were handed over to them. 4th Rifle squad there for Peter's going pretty heavy on the infantry. Also noting he has gone for armor company, not for some time maybe throwing in some assault and you sort of throw off Dbmb a bit there. Nope. 2 grenadiers, 1 pioneer squad and 1 sniper, eine Scharfschütze. Rifle moving about there, we got Peter pushing aggressively versus Dbmb. 3rd Rifle squad there on the way. No use of his doctrine so far. I mean, he can use sprint, of course, already now. Can be used to sort of quickly advance troops up, or for example, get a unit out with a bit of a pinch rather quickly. With a sprint, for example, Snow getting hard flank quick first, and then sprint out of danger. There you go, 3rd Grenadier squad here. No MG42 so far though for Dbmb. Peter's rifleman creeping across the field there. No tech up so far, no lieutenant. Oh, just about to say that. I mean, it always happens. When I say, okay, he's getting no lieutenant, immediately after that they get a lieutenant or a captain or whatever I was just saying they weren't getting. Bit awkward. There you go, got a larger push here from Peter on the right. Flank rifle, then we've got the grenades, got the sniper there trying to beat them out. Meanwhile, though, more progress here. Could try and sort of flank about here, try and catch any German units there in the rear. Could maybe work out, there's my harassment. Meanwhile, the assault continues up here. Sniper pulling back, that's the rifle continuing onwards. One squad already laid out, need to retreat. Get out of there, Johnny! Meanwhile, the grenades are getting cut down. It's down to Dieter and Fritz to hold, and they cannot hold at all. More up, and they're pushing forwards. Got more grenades holding up. But basically they're forced to rely on, well, some of them, the ditch there for defense, while the rest are left out in the middle of the bloody road where they're going to be easy targets there for the riflemen. Pioneers can we get a large minefield, by the way, large S minefield coming up the centre. Very aggressive there, sort of mine placement there from Dbmb early on. A lot of mines there committed, usually you might only see a few there, but instead he's gone full in. No tech up there from Dbmb so far. He's also got a bit of manpower flow, and they could have moved for an MG42 to help hold up some of Peter's assault who's got there, the lieutenant. Quickly following up with an M20 utility car. Rather than being pushed back. Still no tech up. I mean, he has gone in circle. I mean, he can soon call in the stormtroopers. In theory, he could run those for a Pantrick, sort of quickly ward off the M20. I mean, that is one option, in which case we could even sort of consider maybe just skipping tier 2 and going for tier 3 in that regard, relying on Storm to sort of fill off any sort of, tier 2 needs. I mean, that is an option. Yeah, that is an option. Though a very, very rarely used one. He's got a lot of manpower down there. We go. Stormtroopers called in. Stoßtruppen. Arriving there with rifles in hand. Bit of munitions needed before we can call out a Panzerschreck for example to support there. Still no tech up. We've got the M20 out here for Peter, rolling ahead there on its 6 bouncing wheels, a variant of the M8 Greyhound without the turret. Meant for more reconnaissance purposes and like, so they did have a bunch of other equipment to support it. Sniper fire there versus the lieutenant. In fact, the lieutenant was not leading, he was heroically sort of pointing the rest forwards from behind, thus ensuring he wasn't getting shot by a sniper right away. Good thinking, man. There you go, armor skirts up there for the M20. Oh, push forward, there we go, got Stormtroopers, we got a Panzerschreck there on the way, though of course it won't happen in time there before the M20 crashes through there in positioning there. Taking a few shots there from the 50 caliber, raking down Sturmbannführer Heinz there. Probably not Sturmbannführer, but Rottenführer. My God, more troops pushing up there again. Minesweeper moving up to clear out the S minefield. Good job there, good job there. Down to half health. Panzerschreck still some time off, still some time off. Looks like Dbmb will not have the rate to provide. He's still not tanked up either. Maybe he intends to call in another one. I mean, that could work. Double Panzerschrecks and maybe some assault rifles afterwards. Who knows? Anyways, Lieutenant moving ahead, taking further losses. Sniper continues to bleed out Peter's troops here on the road, the Great Road. There's in a bit of trouble. Sniper himself needs to be a bit careful unless his fancy is getting cut apart there by the 50 cal machine gun. Nothing further than the base here from Peter. We're not really seeing much else there. We've not even got any upgrades there for the rifleman. We're not no ambulance either. I mean, he's got a grenade builder for something that could be helpful.
Germans are making a push.
But again, no sign of that so far. No sign of that. Needs to be careful. Panzerfaust range there. And damage engine. We've got another grenade escort there on the way. So that's up to 4 grenadiers. I think an MD42 would be better, or maybe some more stormtroopers. Going for more grenadiers just at this point seems a bit wasteful. And still no tech up there, still stuck in tier 1.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Sniper quick to sprint away.
A new grenadier squad.
Well, the stormtroopers creep up there with their Panzerschreck in hand. Reinforcing, fourth one is with the ramming. For Peter, we're not seeing much else further, just troops reinforcing. Still, I see no sign of any upgrades. But we do see, of course, Peter is keeping a good pressure there versus Dbmb, holding sort of nicely contained within his territory, cutting off the fuel and resources. The rest of the minefields have been cleared out by the M20. Oh! That was a bit awkward there. Sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to set up the mines when you're about to run through the field. But there we go, Dbmb is quick to attack, and there we go, finally got some tech up from him. Carrying that M20. Grenadiers moving ahead, Grenadiers moving ahead. Für Deutschland, and there we go. Peter taking up further, going straight for the Major. Armour obviously inbound. No further fighting here. Grenadiers versus Lieutenant charging forward, rifle supporting. In this case, the Lieutenant was quickly focused down by sharp German marksmanship there. The Lieutenant seems a bit perturbed by that. Come on, guys, why wouldn't you take a bullet for me? I'm your lovable lieutenant.
Capture point is being overrun.
Points there being secured. Stormtroopers heading down the center. No, they side against it.
Grab your shit and follow me. Boys, you ready to roll out?
There we go. Grenadiers taking some heavy fire there from the 50 cal mounted there on the M20 utility car. Stormtroopers moving up to support. We got the sniper as well here. There we go, good hit on the M20, good hit on the M20, close going to bet one there for the Stormtroopers. But it's almost wiped out, it's not in the process, less good there, less good. And there you go, quick into the building. M20 continues to move back, not pulling back there, not pulling back, and you might get man fighting up here, Grenadiers versus Riflemen. Lots of angry Americans there pushing forwards, and we got here, Grenadiers, there we go, another hit on the M20, almost got, we got benches one there, and we got a sprint there, hoping to catch the M20, hoping to catch it. Will the M20 pop smoke? There we go, does, but... Could have done it a bit later there, either way. Gets away there from the Stormtroopers. Even sprinting, they couldn't quite catch up with that.
Are securing our territory.
And he is in fact using the Stormtrooper, the Pantric, to sort of skip ahead to tier 3, using them to basically cover up, a bit risky. When the second Stormtrooper squad might be ideally for another Pantric with just some sort of increased anti-infantry firepower. Could be an option there, just in case. Peter there's got the Major out, of course, then aim for a quick sort of Scotch sort of harm. Dbmb, in fact, that might be effective. Of course, could just aim straight for the Sherman instead. There are a few options there. Major leading the assault here, showing the Lieutenant how it's done. Oh, hanging back there. Rather than moving up as well. Noting, by the way, we've got plenty of munitions here for Peter, but he's not, for example, laid down any mines to sort of use good points. There's been no upgrades, there's been no grenades, there's been really nothing that's sort of expend munitions there for Peter, which I do think is a bit of a waste. Points are being rapidly secured. 20 continues to hammer away there with smart dudes, and there you go, Panthers off there against Team 20, and good hit there, good hit. Arriving up north there, pushed a bit too far, they did not pull back in time, by the way, when the rest pulled away, and there you go, wiped out. Peter there could have been more cautious, and there we go, so Palmer caught up. So we got armor here on the way for Dbmb and the 17th SS. Looks like he's aiming for the Sherman here, Mr. Peter. There we go. Sherman on the way. Quick bit of smoke there, pop. Rather than hit, he's in a bit of trouble. Lieutenant flanking in. Charging forwards, quickly engaging.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
There we go, almost got the grenades, almost got them. Could see a wipe here, could see a wipe in the favour then of Peter. No, looks like they get away just barely. Damn close though, damn close. And we got a Sturmgeschütz there arriving for Dbmb in the 17th. And Trinity there firing away. Sherman almost down on the other hand for Peter as well, so there might be a bit of sort of flicking each other with. A lot more damage done for the Stormtrooper so far. Sniper Vetching 2, by the way. Probably screaming out he is a legend in the process, or becoming one. Lieutenant there, or the remainders of his unit there being pushed back by the Stormtroopers further. And there we go, a lot of riflemen pushing up there. Major joining the assault as well. 20 moving about. Stormtroopers falling back there to join up with the rest of the forces. Sturmgeschütz, there we go. Gefechtsbereit, could add a Pinball machine gun there, sort of answered anti-infantry. There we go, there we go. Sherman joining it, 50 caliber on the way, they're high explosive rounds, by the way. So far, there's been no use of the doctrine though from Peter. I mean, he's gone armor, but we've seen no assault engineers. No vehicle crew upgrades, no M10, though that could actually be maybe a bit handy there versus stupid sort of quickly flank it. Mines being laid down there by Peter's M20, that is good, no more mines will be needed. Still no further upgrades for the riflemen, no grenades, no BAR, no bazookas, no nothing, nada, zilch. Babkids and Ego still moving ahead, shooting up for a few shots, pinball machine gun almost ready, almost. There we go. Now a bit more added anti-infantry firepower there for the Sturmgeschütz, or somewhat actually notable. Rather than moving ahead there. Sneaking up the left flank with the Pioneers. Rather than moving ahead there. S-Mine went off there and the Grenadiers, that was rather painful, and they're going to tank rocket. They failed to make much of a person there. The Sturmgeschütz, Rappen flanking in there. Machine gunner can't quite hit them though. Can't quite hit them. They're forced to shoot, to pull back, and at the same time got a man getting on the left flank. We've got Peter to keep out the pressure here. You might want to consider calling out a 50 caliber to help hold the territory. Right now, of course, we're seeing sort of Dbmb pushing harder, so sort of preparing some defences. Might be a good idea further mind, but otherwise, you know, 50 caliber positions, regular 50 calibers. We could try and call in M10 and try and rapidly flank the Stug. And particular the way that Dbmb was currently keeping it, you know, not necessarily well supported. I mean, a quick M10 flank from the right angle could do a lot of damage and maybe knock out the skirmishes if Dbmb is kept, not kept. There we go, Storms is rushing for the M20, popping smoke, but this time they can make it past. Shoot, Heinz, aim for it, it's not such small. Ah, Scheiße. My grandmother could have knocked that out, and she's dead.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
Bunker up there, troops reinforcing. I mean, Dbmb at the hard time could afford to be more aggressive, you know, so move up the infantry and then have the Stu supporting it with machine gun and main gun. There you go, another push on the left flank. And Sherman moving up again here. Just a bit of troubleshooting up to try and deal with it. Can the Sherman get away in time though? There we go, good hit, but almost got the glizzard. Almost got them. But not quite, not quite.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Looks like Peter might actually be aiming for a Jackson. I mean, that's very much an option there. There's the Sturmgeschütz as well. With the amount of resources you got, I mean, you could almost get 2 M10s already. Anyways, but finally, then we got the Jackson away, the M36 Jackson, based on the Sherman by the way chassis, equipped with a 19mm gun. From there versus Grenadiers, we got another push up here. Goes there versus the Lieutenant. Still no further upgrades there for the infantry of Peter, and active timing for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Dbmb is still sort of being contained, but he's slowly building up his forces with further infantry, and now armor as well. Here the Sturmgeschütz with his Pentamark machine gun and his main gun. I mean, at this point, you know, Dbmb should consider being more aggressive, you know, make a push somewhere on the left flank would be good, you know, set up a bit of defensive, but also move an infantry force support by the Stug up here, so try to draw in Peter into that, then bleed him out, kill him, crush him. Also, you should consider laying down some mines if you can further possible. Teller mines or S mines would be good choices there to sort of help bleed out his opponent. And MG42 I think could also be a good choice actually. Further stormtroopers in the longer run would also be good. Maybe another Panzerjäger or some assault rifle sort of help that out. And otherwise, a second Sturmgeschütz I think sort of work it up there is a good choice as well. I mean, a pair of Stugs is generally a potent force. In particular, for upgrade, they can sort of, you know, use the machine gun sort of bleed out infantry reasonably quickly. For Peter, Cassius would be good here, otherwise, you know, getting a 50 cal machine gun up and otherwise spending all that munitions. I mean, really, more mines than the M20s would be good, so try and draw out enemy vehicles into that. I mean, if a Stu hits that, that is, while not GG now with health buff, I mean, he's still going to be stuck and it's going to be incredibly easy to outflank. So that would be a good choice there for Peter. Otherwise, mines, 50 cal positions, regular 50 cals, anything you can sort of, you know, do to stall up Peter's advance, hold, well, Dbmb's advance, to sort of stall him in and hold territory much better would be good. Sort of choices there for Peter. A Scott I think would also be good, you know, so a bit of a light artillery that way, bleed him out. Bombard, for example, could do a lot of good there for Peter as well. Otherwise he needs to upgrade his rifle and BARs, grenades, anything you sort of do to sort of further push the fighting in his advantage, I would say. So let's head back to the fighting here and see what actually happens there. Jackson almost done there. Be seeing losses there now for poor Peter's troops. Getting cut apart here by Dbmb's Soldaten. Few point again being struck here by American troops, pushing up the left flank, pushing up the left flank. And we have got Spatuli called in, I believe, by the Major. Interesting decision there. It's not really suited for capturing infantry, usually I find. It's more better for dealing with fortified positions. We got a second troop there running there for Dbmb, a second Sturmgeschütz. There we go. Jackson pulls up here. 90mm gun. M20 there under fire from the Sturmgeschütz. Popping smoke. Sadly could not bait it into the M6 mine. Might lose the M20 there, still close, need to be careful though, need to be careful, doesn't get too overconfident here. There we go, pull back, oh no! Pull back, Chaser! Really too far ahead with no support, and there we go, the M20 is ragefully doing about it because he didn't try to pull back. He actually just tried to allow it to turn around there, and that Stu is, you know, not the fastest turner in the world. So right there, Dbmb lost his Stu. That could have been avoided, had he been a bit more cautious, and ultimately pulled it back as soon as it came under fire, instead of doing what he did, which was the exact opposite. Not exact opposite, but, you know, not helping, certainly. second suit though is ready. Should probably upgrade that with a machine gun as well, and sort of, you know, be a bit more aggressive with it towards infantry. Major Head versus Pioneers being pushed back. Sherman pushing up there, halfway to Veterans who won. We got the Jackson there being repaired, and there goes Stu gobbling up, Sniper still hanging about there, very close with 338 kills. He's certainly done his part there for Das Vaterland. Point down here being secured for the Pioneers for the Reich. And point here being grabbed. We've seen smart tactic hand been laid down there. Sherman moving ahead. No. Switch to armor piercing. Jackson almost ready. Trying to get the sniper there. Bit risky right in front of the Stu. They does have a high rate of fire. Of course, it has no longer problems there with the frontal armor of the Sherman. But there we go. Good hit though. Wiped half the Grenadier squad, leaving behind only Fritz and Heinz. Meanwhile, Sergeant Daniels tries to get his Sherman out of that mess he landed himself in. Got a artillery strike called in here. Apparently as a defensive measure, he was expecting his opponent to rush after that Sherman, it seems. Too bad that's just basically 250 munitions wasted, which could have otherwise, you know, been utilised for something a lot more important. Oh dear, that's just terrible. Being pushed back down by Sturmgeschütz and Grenadiers. Sherman being repaired there. Jackson ready again.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green as green can be. Well, grab your shit and follow me.
And Sherman repaired. Grabbing the point there with the Major. Hoping to make a major gain for the United States. Got a shoot up there you go, Sherman gets here with the Sturmgeschütz. This time all the turn focus on vehicles. There we go. Jack's moving up. The quick response, we do see the response here from Dbmb is quick. He pulls back the Stu. No intention of having that knocked out by the Jackson like its predecessor.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Jackson Sherman moving ahead, the Stu moving up. Gets off a good hit there on the Jackson. 75mm Stuck or Sturmkanone. So it was more or less the exact same as the Panzer IV main gun. Stunned the Sherman there, stunned it.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Stormtroopers need to go away there. Mortify there.
Ready. Go ahead.
Veteran few there, 46 kills. He's certainly done his part there for the fatherland. We got Major here still fighting on. Veteran German needs to get away there before it gets knocked out. It looks like we got multi actor running here for Dbmb. Bit of artillery support there. Grenadiers being pushed back. Sherman going back and forth, close going to, and we got a bulldozer Sherman here. Bulldozer Sherman sort of trying to help clear out the infantry. I mean, that is definitely one way of doing it. Otherwise, having not expend all that on that artillery strike and then set going for some upgrade for that, I think would also worked out quite nicely there for Peter and his troops. BARs in particular, I think would have given a bit more of an edge up there versus all the Grenadiers and the Stormtroopers. Were very close to victory too. Stu pulled back for repairs, most urgently needed. Note, by the way, each armoured battalion would have about 2 of these. For it was a company, I believe, as though it was a battalion. 2 of these sort of 105 mm German supply support there. Fun fact, though they were generally sort of parcel out whatever they needed.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
They essentially though serve the same purpose of this as the Stu-42, that is sort of dealing with infantry, particularly dug-in infantry in fortified positions, to help with that the more specialised heavier firepower. Fun fact. German repaired, Jackson holding back.
300 points remaining.
Also pretty much all American tank destroyers were open-topped. I'm not entirely sure why they did it. I'm guessing it might have something to do with sort of keeping the weight down so they can sort of be speedy, which is what the Americans favoured, and also they figure, you know, it wasn't really that necessary since they weren't expecting to sort of get into close-quarter combat with the enemy. But it did also cause the American cruisers to be rather skittish about enemy artillery, in particular airburst shells could cause American tank destroyer crews to pull out of an area where the engagement would be going well, because they did not fancy having the entire lot getting massacred from above. And these they push away. There we go, Stormtroopers Veteran 2. No further stormtroops then. We haven't really seen much else of the Dodson though from Dbmb. Though he has used it more than Peter has used his, and again it does strike me as a bit an odd choice that he went for armour. If you know he's not going to use it, he could probably be better off actually with the airborne. He used paratroopers, pathfinders, called in anti-tank guns and rocket strafes. So no, it just feels like a bit of a not too strong use of their doctrine by Peter. Stu closing in on Veteran 2, which will result in Schutzen. Sniper continues to do an absolute bang-up job. That's definitely Iron Cross worthy, if not Knight's Cross stuff. We got a pack 40, the ancient needs techs back and then gets for a pack 40 now. Got a Scott on the way here while the bulldozers are being repaired. So basically, Peter is escalating the anti-infantry component of the fighting there versus Dbmb, who's just sort of preparing for further anti-armor. But interesting enough, Dbmb is not getting more armor himself, which is probably what catches Peter off guard. A second Stoop, for example, could, or a third Stoop, then could probably sort of roll apart Peter rather quickly, since he's actually down to basically just Jackson for anti-tank.
Armor here.
Go, Stormtroopers on the far there. Quick pantry there, there's the Sherman. I do believe, by the way, pantry would not have been handed out singly to squads. They were more formed into specialised anti-tank teams themselves. Pantherfast were more likely sort of been spread out a lot more heavily amongst units. That's rather so how they were used. And because they were so easy to produce and also very easy to use compared to the Pantrik, which did require a bit more training, I believe. In particular, since in the Pantherfast, instructions were pretty much written on the damn thing.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green is green. 75mm gun carrier.
Grenadiers there versus the advancing re-echelons. There we go, almost got the Sherman Veteran 2 on both now. Sherman needs to pull back, and there we go. Stun needs to pop smoke. Quickly, Johnny, fire the smoke! That did not work out there. Shoot his Veteran 2. Stand up in my machine gun, that looks like Dbmb in this case has given up on that. Fires away there, Sherman. Gets away, maybe. He needs to pull away though. In particular, his stuff, the Veteran 5 rifle unit in it. Get it out of there. Meanwhile, Jackson in trouble, needs to get away. Needs to also continue using UMPs once again. Remember, it doesn't just increase penetration, it also increases damage, but too late here, too late. The Stu gets on a rampage. American Knights have crumbled. Sherman crew needs to abandon it. It's not going to be worth losing a Veteran 5 rifleman squad to that. The problem, he's got no other anti-tank units. His best hope now is actually just waiting a bit longer and calling in the M10. But he's actually going to engage it with the bulldozer Sherman against the Veteran 3. Stunned it. No, he's moving up the Sherman with his Veteran 3 crew. Almost got it, but at the same time, one shot on that Sherman, that's going to hook up in flames. Scott moving up there, trying to get the Stug. Did a bit of damage, but not enough. Might end up in line of fire there. Where's the Sherman? The crew's drunk or something. Almost got the bulldozer. Stu getting away with a sliver of health. There we go. Bulldozer Sherman kaput. Blown apart. And the Scott's still driving about in front of it, even with the damaged engine. What are you doing, Peter? Sherman's frozen. Afraid, terrified. Even had a golden chance of just getting behind the Stu right there. And there we go, Scott knocked out as well. Meanwhile, the rest of his engines getting absolutely pummeled here by German troops. Peter's forces are devastated. The Stoop there. Veterans is free. A lot of armor kills, but I'm pretty sure that crew is in need of some new underwear. And probably a good hosing down of the interior afterwards. That was rather ballsy there by Dbmb. Had Peter's flanked in with the Sherman from the rear there, or just calling him 10, that Stu would have been toast. But for some reason, Peter at that point was frozen. He was also trying to manage all the rest of his troops, which in this point actually got decimated as well. At this point, it rather looks like GG there. He also got a Panzer IV around now to support the 17th, sent in from a nearby Panzer Division. The 17th, as a SS Panzergrenadier Division, would only have had Stugs and maybe some tank destroyers. In fact, they were supposed to have them in Normandy, but didn't get them. So it got Stugs as well. In fact, Stugs were commonly used as replacement for tank destroyers, because they served quite well in that role. And its Stuke battalion, which was also supposed to have, by the way, was actually equipped with Martyrs. A bit oddly enough. No, wait, it was on the other round. It actually had Martyrs instead of tanks, where Stukes were where they're supposed to be. Silly me.
Taking our territory.
But it could have happened. It could very well have happened that one unit was supposed to have one thing, got the other, and then of course the other one was supposed to got something else entirely. The Germans could end up doing that in their slightly finicky ways.
Assault gun standing by.
Nothing there getting sniped though. Veteran defeat.
Tactical point being
57 kills. Peter there seems frozen. I mean, I think he's just given up at this point. He's just sort of not entirely sure what to do, but just seems sort of something. Let's just speed up, and there we go. Surrenders. Game over. A loss there for the United States. A victory here for the Wehrmacht. Entering use there of using encirclement, sort of skip tier 2, which I myself have experimented with a bit. Probably with the new patch it works a bit better there with MD42, sort of better off cable of, you know, supporting and whatnot. The stuff Dbmb did not go for an MD42 there versus opponent. He could have used some more Monty in the flanks. Bunker maybe could also have been helpful, but, you know, played nicely. I would have liked to see some machine guns and the Stukes a bit more aggressive towards the infantry with them. I rather felt like it could have, you know, pushed a bit harder there. Peter, on the other hand, you know, he also played well, but problem was his doctrinal choice was rather poor. I mean, he made barely any use of it. It was, you know, not good. I think he would have been better served with airborne, for example, infantry, something you'd use better. You should also upgrade his infantry. I mean, that was also definitely amazing. He finally got in a BAR there by the very end. Not really good either. Further mines, 50 calories. There was a lot there that Peter could have done, you know, when he had the advantage. Partly, you know, preparing some defences, but otherwise, you know, shifting up, further upgrading, and you're pushing harder. But that never really came, and that rather hurt Peter, whereas Dbmb just sort of slowly kept pushing harder and harder and harder. So that was a bit unfortunate there. But there you go. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you ideas for matches. If it did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If this is Imperial Dancing, cheers, then thank you for watching, and see you all tomorrow.